this is Built's first piece of fan mail, and it's actually pretty awesome. First of all, if you guys want to send me something, this is my address right here, P.O. Box 8, Gadsden, Alabama, 35902. That's how I get stuff from you guys, whether it's parts or letters or whatever. That's where you can send it. I love getting stuff from you guys. Alan actually got in touch with me over Instagram and told me he had some parts that he thought I could use that were sitting in his garage and that he could ship them to me. So thank you, man. This is really exciting. The best part is they don't belong on an Audi. So you know how I feel about parts. I've got Ferrari parts on my MR2 and Nissan parts on my MR2. And so far we're putting BMW parts on the Audi. These are not Audi parts, and they're going to go on the Audi. So I'm going to open it. I'm going to show you what they are, and I think I'm going to start the install today as well. I'm not going to finish it because it's going to require a little bit of fiberglassing, but I'm going to start it, and I really was just excited about it, so I wanted to go ahead and make a video and post it. Here's those rear valences I told you about. Had them for a few years, never got to putting them on any of the various Civics I've had. Stripped a bunch of stickers off of them tonight, so there may be a bit of residue. I think I got it all off though. They were sticker bombed to go on my last EG Civic. Nice. Perhaps you could place these with modifications, then blend the wide body down to meet them, making one large piece of fiberglass that extends the wide body down onto the valence. Could make a replica of each one after modding to do something similar on the front end if you end up liking the look on the rear. Yep. Good luck, man. You're doing an amazing job. Hope you keep it a 4-door. That's just me. Do what you want. It'll be awesome either way. Speaking of that, let's pause this unboxing for a second. I've got to decide 4-door or 2-door. A lot of you guys have said 4-door. Just to give you an idea of where I'm at with that, 2-door obviously would mean welding the doors shut and blending the fenders and blending the doors and everything like that, so it'd look like it was 2 doors. It would also mean me getting front seats that are hinged so that they can slide all the way up to the steering wheel or all the way up to the dash. You could climb in through the front door like a coupe, some sort of Audi coupe seat or Volkswagen coupe seat. So that's doable, it's possible. The problem with that is obviously the 2 doors is less useful and the seats are going to be expensive. Option number 2 is to do the 4-door thing, obviously, keep it the way it is, and cut the fenders. Now if I cut the fenders, I lose a lot of strength, so that means going in and basically creating a fiberglass piece between the fender and the door and the fender and the quarter panel and smoothing that. So it's a lot more fiberglass work, a lot more sanding, probably a lot less interesting to watch, but a lot more functional. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, I know the 2-door would be very interesting and fun to watch and fun to do. The 4-door may not be that interesting, but it'll be more useful. So, you know, I don't know. It's up in the air for me, and I don't really care either way. I'll do either. So here's what I'm going to do for that. So in 2 days, I'm going to put a post up on my Instagram story and do a poll, 4 doors or 2 doors. Whichever one wins is what I'll do. So if you want to have a say in that, go follow me on Instagram. It's right here, and you can vote on that, and we can get moving on that, because I really need to know now because of what I'm doing with the fenders. So let me know what you think. Alan thinks 4 doors. P.S. Just a little extra thought. I see you with your son on these videos all the time. I can't tell you how good it is to see. I grew up building and working on cars with my father, and even though we are no longer really close, they are some of my favorite memories of my childhood. Keep up the good work, brother. One day he'll realize the things you've done for him and the things you've taught him as well. Yeah, my son is actually an accident. Sort of that way too, but he wasn't really on the videos in the early part of the channel, and then one day I was watching him, my wife was gone, and he came out and started like helping me, and I posted the video anyway, and you guys loved it, and that's awesome for me because I love spending time with my kid and teaching him like to do the stuff that I love, and he's loving it too, which is really awesome. Like, it's a dream come true for me. So thank you guys for loving my family. Like, that's just, I literally couldn't ask for anything more from this channel than to love my family, and so you guys are awesome. Also, Alan made this. This is kind of his idea for these parts. He said it's a bad Microsoft Paint, but it works. I get it. It's to take the fender and blend it down into these pieces. But I actually have a different idea that I'm going to do, and I'll explain why in a minute. But it's time to show you the pieces. So these are for a Honda Civic, an EG Civic. I'm not exactly sure which one that is. I'll post a picture of one here. But they are basically just little spats that go on the bottom of the rear bumper. The Audi bumper, I actually really like the Audi bumper. It's really smooth, it's really simple, it just works. So I just want to do something that gives it a little bit of an aftermarket touch, and I think this is going to be really good. So there's like a little rear valence thing on the Audi, and it's like this color even, but I'm going to put these on there and then blend them in so it looks like one piece. That's my plan right now anyway. I don't know, we'll see if that changes. People that know Audis will know that it's not stock, but people that don't, I don't think they will. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about these. Alan, thank you so much, man. Let's put these things on. So these are made of like a really flexible plastic, which is good and bad. Good because it's easy to kind of fit to this bumper. Bad because plastic doesn't really like being molded like fiberglass does. But I learned on my MR2 how to do it, so I'm going to do it on this one too. And one of you guys left a comment in my MR2 builds of a product that I should use for filling, so I'm going to use that because I need to know how to do this and do it really well. I did it okay with my MR2, but I'm hoping this gives me an opportunity to do it really well and learn to really mold fiberglass pieces like a pro. So what we're going to do first is I'm just going to start some holes with these self-tapping screws. I use these things for everything because they're just so easy. So one there. Fits pretty well right here, as you can see. I mean, that looks that looks really awesome. Over here we've got a little bit of a gap, so I may have to make some. But my thought is to just mold this in so that you don't have this seam. This is just all one fluid piece. That may change, but for now that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I've got these longer screws, and I'm going to use them instead. The self-tappers are good because they have this drill bit head on them, so it's kind of made to drill into stuff, but these aren't very long, so they're not really sticking very well. These are longer, so I've got my pilot hole drilled. I'm just going to run this into that, and then I'll do the other hole. So I've got this rounded edge right here, and it lines up with the rounded edge on the spat. So I've got a hole where I guess, I don't know, the bumper of the Civic goes or whatever. So I'll have to fill that hole in with some plastic filler or something similar. And then I'm just going to mold this all in. So this should kind of come in here and then follow out that way and kind of follow the line. I think it's actually really cool. It's kind of subtle. You're really not going to see it once it's all molded in, but it's going to be one of those things that people that know Audis are going to know that that's not stock. So pretty excited. Let's do the other side. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. I know it's a little bit of a shorter video, but I was just super excited to get something from you guys and actually get it on the car. But I really like it. I think it's going to work well with the body kit. On a stock Audi, I don't think it would really make a lot of sense because nothing else like juts out from the body like this. But on my Audi, it's going to make sense, and this is why. My side skirt juts out. So what's really cool about this is that this lip right here is going to be matching the lip on the side. So that's actually really exciting. That's going to be really nice. So if you look, it almost looks like it was made to kind of bring the body line out here and then go down the car. So I think it's going to be really awesome. It's actually going to look like it goes with this kit. So really excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you to everybody who bought something during the sale that we just had. If you haven't gotten your stuff yet, it's on its way, so it will be there. If you're overseas, I shipped something to United Kingdom. So if that's you, it's going to take a little bit. It's got to go through customs and things like that. But it's on its way. You will have your shirt very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, if you want to mail me something, if you've got some parts that you think I might be able to use, the P.O. Box is P.O. Box 8, Gadsden, Alabama 35902. And I love to get stuff from you guys, or even if you've got like letters or something you think I'd like, just send it my way. That's cool. I'll put it in the video. The next time you'll see anything on this will be when I turn my attention to the rear bumper, which will be after I get done with the fenders. I've got them off for sanding now. So once I get those finished, I'll turn my attention to the rear and the front bumper and get those settled. And then we'll go to paint, and basically the outside will be done with the car. Thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you're not subscribing yet. This car is going to be given away. If you are a Patreon donor, we are going to be having our first live stream coming up very soon. So make sure you check the Patreon site for that date. If you're not a Patreon donor yet and you want to be involved in those live streams, I've got the link in the description below. Basically, we're going to talk about this car. We're going to talk about where we're going with it, what's coming up, what we need to finish. We're also going to talk about what I'm using your first donation for. I think you're really going to like it. It's going to be really cool kind of contribution from the Patreon donors to this car. And I want to get to know you guys. I want to know who you are and what you're interested in. And we've got to figure out kind of what the next build is going to be so I can go ahead and start looking for that. You guys are awesome. I will see you soon.